and welcome to the video. I figured I would do a full day of eating, which is something that I used to do pretty often actually on the channel. I don't do it as much anymore, mainly because I eat basically the same foods over and over again. And so I feel like I've shown my food more than enough times in video. But I did move across the country earlier this year, well, last year actually, in the beginning of December. Now I live in Massachusetts, and I don't think I've done a full day of eating since I've been here. I could be wrong, but we are going to be doing a full day of eating. Right now I am doing the dishes while I wait for my coffee to brew. It's pretty much a lot of mornings. This is kind of how it starts. But as I'm doing this full day of eating, one thing that I want to make sure that is clear is that when it comes to, the foods that I'm eating and the things that I'm doing, it's not me saying that you should be doing what I'm doing. And it's not me trying to flex or be like, look at the life that I live or look at what I'm able to eat. It's nothing like that. It's more just to show the consistency in what I do and I think maybe the monotony, make it feel like my life is over exciting. I think that's another reason why I haven't really done many full day of eatings, is because I think there's this pressure to make your videos more exciting than they maybe really are. And that can be, it can be hard to not fall into that trap, and then you end up making videos that I just feel like are not very relatable and are just not realistic, right? And so I want to show the food that I actually eat and the life that I actually live most of the time. So that's what we are going to be doing today. Let me finish up these dishes. Oh, okay, so we have our coffee. One thing that I do pretty much every morning, this might be my biggest old man tendency, is there's a window right here, and we live on the 3rd floor, and so I like to just look out the window while I drink my coffee. So that's pretty much what I do every morning. But a little bit of an update for those of you guys that might not know, I live here with my girlfriend Amanda, and the reason that she's not here right now is that she actually works overnight. And so a few nights out of the week, or a few mornings out of the week, few days out of the week, I'm pretty much like alone. And so I kind of do my own thing in the morning, get stuff ready and stuff like that. So that's why Amanda won't be here. And you guys, you might not see her for the whole video. I don't know, maybe a little bit later you will. But she comes home usually when I'm at doing my workout, which today is going to be a run. And then she sleeps for most of the day while I'm doing my thing, right? And so that's kind of how the day is going to look, in case you're like curious, like where's Amanda? Where's his girlfriend? She's sleeping. And so that's kind of what's going on. But today we're going to be drinking this coffee, and then today's workout is going to be a run. And then I have a few different meetings for YouTube stuff, behind the scenes things, sponsorship stuff. And so that's kind of what today is going to look like. I'm not sure if I'm going to be filming another video as well. We will see, but that's kind of what the day has in store. And then I will be, going through what I'm eating. And so this is just coffee with a lot of creamer, depending on who you are, probably more than most people would want to put in their coffee, but I like creamer as well as some Splenda. And so that's what we start the day off with. I might have another cup, and then we will get ready for our run today. Okay, it is time for a run, and here are the run essentials that no one asked for, all right? We got a run belt, very important for my phone. We got compression shorts. I just got these ones. Compression top. Shorts, obviously, we need. I used to not wear just my compression. I used to kind of like almost always wear a shirt over my compression. But now I don't know. It's too hot. It's too hot to carry right now. So I'm just going to wear the compression, and I don't really mind too much. We got a water bottle with electrolytes in it because it's very hot outside. I have my hair in a bun. We got a hat on, and we got sunglasses. And last but not least, these are the running shoes that I'm using right now. These are the Adidas Evo SL. They're okay. I've only had them for like a month, and the wear on them is already actually getting pretty gnarly. So I'm not sure how long they're going to last. They're fine to run in. I haven't had any problems, but I don't know how the durability is. But we are going to be going on a 10K run, which is 6.2 miles. Let's freaking do it and sweat our bajingas off. Whew. All right, run's done. 6.2 miles. It actually felt really good. considering how hot it was. It was like one of those runs that just everything kind of clicked and it felt really good. So I'm very happy about that, but I am also very sweaty. So I need to go home and shower. Okay, so we are obviously back home and showered and stuff like that. We made our oatmeal that you guys have seen me make so many times, but you know, it is what it is. I eat the same thing still. So it's about like 80 grams of oats in here. And then we have sweetener. So I use a Splenda. We have sweetener, we have peanut butter. You can use whichever one you want. Obviously, protein powder. This is the strawberries and cream from Optimum Nutrition. I get this from Target. I really like it. It's pretty good. We have some salt in there, and then we also have this banana cut up, and we have this Greek yogurt, which is from Market Basket, which is really good. It's strawberry, so it's very strawberry oats, but I really like the macros on this because you get an extra, per serving, you get an extra 14 grams of protein. So this meal is pretty high in protein, and it's a big reason why I eat it, because it just doesn't really take much time to make, and it tastes good to me, and it works, and so that's why I do it. So it's honestly a pretty calorically dense meal, so definitely not for everyone, but it works well for me. So we're gonna go ahead and eat this, and then we have some meetings coming up. Hello. Hello. It's nice to meet you. So, silly little thing happened where the mic stopped working for the next couple clips, so I apologize for that. But basically what I'm talking about here is the snack that I have pretty often, and that is these nuts that I buy this big bag from Market Basket, and then I'll put it in like smaller bags throughout the week. I usually try and put them in smaller bags during like the beginning of the week, and I forgot this week, but I have these little tiny bags that I bought there, which are really nice. But I'll put about 2 servings of nuts inside of this bag, and it just makes it easy, and it like the calories end up being about 340 calories for the nuts, which that's a thing that I wanted to talk about, is just the amount of calories in nuts. I think a lot of people think that, you know, nuts are healthy, and they are, but they can also be pretty calorically dense, so you just have to be careful. So there I'm showing, like, you know, that's like 340 calories worth of nuts. It's a very, you know, you can eat that in about 2 handfuls, so you have to be pretty careful about that. And so I was just trying to kind of talk about that. And then also I was just sharing the protein bar that I like to get pretty frequently. I get these from Target as well. It's just the pure protein, and I really like how these taste. I feel like the texture is pretty good. It's the Galactic Brownie from Pure Protein. Again, I get it at Target. I just buy the box, but pretty good, you know, 20 grams of protein, and they just taste really good. So I really like having these 2 things together, and I have it pretty much almost every day, pretty frequently. I'd say like 4 to 5 times a week, but it's a really solid little snack that I'll have. Hello, it's me again. This is lunchtime now, and I was showing the fact that I still eat sandwiches pretty much every day for lunch, and I was talking about this bread that I really like. This is from Market Basket, and I was trying to explain that it's funny because it's technically like a low-calorie bread, but I don't eat it because it's low calorie. I eat it because it tastes good. It's just like a standard Italian bread. It ends up being like 50 calories a slice, but I just really like how the bread tastes, like compared to other higher calorie breads. I've gotten just used to this very basic kind of bread, and I feel like a lot of times bread tastes a little bit sugary to me, and so that's kind of what I was talking about here. But basically this is just a meal of you know, it's a sandwich. It has some mustard, some mayo on there, and then we have turkey, some provolone cheese, and then I actually put on some salami on this sandwich as well. And then we also have an apple on the side. You know, it's really nothing special, and I think I was just yapping about nothing. But yeah, that's what lunch was this day. Oh God. Come on. Finally. Oh my gosh, that took way too long. We did it. Thank you, God. We're free. We're free. All right, it is dinner time. I was just editing the video when I realized, oh yeah, that's cool. There's no sound in half the clips. I'm sorry about that. But we are about to eat dinner. Are you excited? Amanda made this. She is such a good chef. I feel so funny doing full day of eatings when like she can cook like this and I'm terrible. But what is in this lovely meal? Also, we have Coke Zeros because they're amazing. But what's in this delicious meal?
It's rice at the bottom, just like plain jasmine rice, and then some arugula with like a light Greek dressing with thin sliced red onions. And then it's cucumbers, tomatoes, red bell pepper, Greek yogurt, like a Greek yogurt dressing that I made with dill, garlic, lemon juice, and a little bit of zest. And then they are ground chicken meatballs that are made with 98.2% fat. So not like the leanest, but pretty lean.
Does it get any leaner than 98.2?
Yeah, there's 99%.
Is it 98.2 or is
Or maybe
it
it's 93.7.
Maybe?
No, it's not 93.7. And maybe it's, yeah, it's 98.2. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I
It's
mean,
weird.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
And then, so when I make those meatballs, I add feta cheese into them, and then dill, oregano, cinnamon, lots of just seasonings and spices. And that's it.
They're so good. It's like one of my favorite things that she makes, and it's pretty simple to make, right?
You
Or like
eat it
as
a
far
lot.
as you eat it, it's quick.
Yeah, it only
like-
takes like 20 minutes.
So that's what we're gonna eat, and we're watching a show. I don't want to say what we're watching because people are a-holes and they'll spoil it, but it's very good, and we're really enjoying it. But yeah, this is pretty much what we do pretty much every night.
What I will say is that usually we do eat dinners that are kind of similar to this.
Yeah.
So like
Amanda lost 130 pounds herself as well, so I think she's about to drop some knowledge right now.
I'm not going to drop knowledge. I'm just saying that typically we do eat a dinner that's similar to this, so it's relatively high in volume, some sort of grain, a lot of vegetables, and then some sort of lean cut of meat. But this is a pretty like typical dinner that we eat. Would you agree?
Yes, and I'm very hungry, so we're gonna eat now. Okay, and for the last thing today, we have some frozen yogurt. It looks like ice cream, but it's not ice cream, and that's the secret. I'm gonna try and flip the camera around. Yeah, we like to eat the frozen yogurt with the cone because it just helps you, for me at least, and for Amanda, it helps us just not have a huge serving, and so it's like, but you feel like you're having, something nice. So this is the last thing today, and I don't know. I think I'll maybe talk a little bit more tomorrow. I'm not sure. We'll see.